a standing flow, but if you've been doing chair yoga with me in the past 2 segments, you'll notice that a lot of this you can still do in the chair or with support of the chair if you're not comfortable standing or you just don't feel like you have the comfort or the clothing on for that today. So choose what you will. We will be doing a balance pose, which I find just works a little bit better if you have a wall or a chair to support you if needed, or with no shoes. So take a moment to kind of get comfortable in whatever feels right for you, and then we will get started. Okay, so whether you have decided to be seated in your chair or standing, we're going to start in just a simple mountain pose, which if you're standing is going to be feet a little bit closer than hip distance apart, standing flat on your feet, grounded down through the feet, and we're going to stack from the bottom up. So we've got ankles under the knees, knees under the hips, hips under the shoulders, shoulders are back and down and relaxed, hands at your side, and you may need to just move your head back in line with your spine a bit here. And we're just going to start to settle into the breath, maybe closing your eyes or just letting your gaze soften on the floor, something not very interesting if that feels right to you. If you're in your chair, you're just seated up nice and tall. And we're just going to start lengthening through the spine as you soften your sacrum and imagine knitting your ribs together. So we've got a nice, strong mountain stance here. And again, if you want to close your eyes, feel free to. So we just politely put on pause anything that you may have been doing right before this or anything that you may have waiting for you after this. Starting to settle into those breaths, maybe taking a nice breath in through the nose. Imagine that breath traveling down to your belly as it fills up with air like a balloon, and then slowly letting that exhale come out your nose or mouth. Just take a few more moments here, breathing nice and easy, as you remind yourself that it's okay to stop doing and just be sometimes. As always in yoga, there is no comparison here, no judgment. Take from this what you will, use a chair for support if you like. Make this your own practice, just time to pause, and I hope that this leaves you feeling a bit energized and ready for the rest of your day. Let's take a couple more breaths here, feeling your feet ground down through the ground. And we're just going to start with a few of those simple neck rolls. So taking one ear to one shoulder and just rolling the head down and around. Maybe you want to go all the way around with this nice and slow. Or maybe you just want to do some simple half moons to the front of the body here. If you're going all the way around, I'm going to invite you to pause and then switch directions. Continuing to breathe nice and easy. And making your head back to a neutral position. We're going to work into the shoulders, rolling them to the front of the body first. Nice big movement here. Bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, rolling them slowly forward. And to the back of the body now, opening up the chest a bit. Maybe as your shoulders and back get a little looser, your movement gets bigger. And now rolling the shoulders down to a neutral position. We're going to inhale both the arms up, reaching actively towards the sky, and then we're going to cactus the arms down by your side. So we want a happy cactus here. So elbows are in line with the shoulders, not down here by the rib cage. And then leading with your heart, we're just going to open up the chest a bit more, looking towards the sky. Big inhale. And on your exhale, take your arms back up high. Inhale once more. And we're going to take a bend to one side. Opening up your side body. Exhale, release. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center, and on your exhale this time we're going to take a forward fold, so hinging at your hips just as low as you want to go. If you're seated, maybe you've got fingers reaching towards your toes or the ground, or maybe you're just resting your forearms lightly on your lap, whatever feels good to you. And I just want to invite you to kind of ragdoll your head here, maybe shake your head yes and no, letting everything go nice and loose here. And then as you hang here in this forward fold, we're just going to start to warm up the legs and feet a little bit just by alternating bending one knee and the other, sort of a little walk it out here. And then on your next inhale, we're just going to inhale to a half lift. Nice flat back, elongating out through the spine, tip of your crown. And then on your exhale, we're going to fold it right back down. Now the depth to which you do this doesn't really matter. This is your comfort level. And now we're slowly, one vertebrae at a time, going to roll all the way back up into standing mountain pose. So rolling the shoulders back and down. Beautiful job. All right, so next we're going to move into chair pose. So keeping your feet maybe a little closer than hip distance apart. Again, if you're in your chair, you can do this from there. We're going to inhale the arms up high, and we're going to squat back like you're sitting into a chair, tucking your tailbone down, shoulders are relaxing, your weights in your heels, like you could just play piano with your toes. Okay? And now bring your hands down to your heart, and you have the option just to take a twist to one side with the upper body only. So if you're standing, try to keep your knees in line with one another. And if you want to take it a little deeper here, you can start to drop opposite elbow to opposite knee. Starting to work in a little bit of balance here. Keeping your chair squat, we're going to lift the arms high again. Bring your hands back down to your heart and take a twist to the other side. Again, you can just twist the upper body, or you can take that elbow down to the opposite knee. Keep breathing wherever you're at. You start to notice yourself holding your breath. That might be an indication that you need to take a breath or come up out of your pose just a bit. All right, inhale, both arms back up center. Come straight back up into standing mountain, folding your hands down by your side. Great job. Inhale, both arms up again. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips once more. Maybe walk it out if you still feel a little tightness in the backs of your legs or calves. Inhale just to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, this time we're going to take the arms all the way up with us, bringing them reaching towards the sky. And now we're going to start to work into a warrior and mountain flow here. So we're going to just step back with one foot, coming into a lunge. And on that back foot, we want your foot bladed at about 95 degrees. Now your modification on any of these, use a chair for support on one side if you need. Don't go as deep into your lunge. Maybe you just got a little bit of a bend or shorten your stance, or you can take it a little longer if you're feeling comfortable with that. We want to square the hips up to the front of the room, shoulders relaxed and down. Nice, strong warrior ones. And now we're going to start to work into our balance. So rooting down into your front foot, all four corners, using the arch of your foot like a suction cup. We're just going to take a big step in. And you can either just kind of balance on your toes on one side, or you can start to bring that back foot, knee up, kind of like a standing on one leg flamingo pose here. And then from here, we're moving straight into tree pose. So we're just going to take that knee to the outside of the body. And you can either be kickstand, foot at the ankle, foot on the inside of the calf, or you can take it up to the inside of the thigh, just not on the knee. We want to protect those joints wherever your comfort is. And from there, you've got options for your hands. You can be down here at the sides. You can be prayer folded at the heart, or you can grow your tree tall. Continuing to breathe. On any of your balance poses, your breath and your focal point are your friend. So maybe find a place where you can fix your gaze 12 or 18 inches in front of you. Nice, easy breaths here. All right, release your pose. Shake out that stabilizing ankle. Finding your stand-in mountain pose again. If you've been seated, you're going to want to stand. I forgot to remind you for this one. And now we're going to step back with the opposite foot this time. Again, finding your depth of lunge that you feel comfortable with. Finding your stabilization in that front leg. Arms lifted up. We've got hips squared up towards the front of the room. Shoulders are back and down. Gaze forward. Start to prepare yourself for what's coming next. We're moving straight into that balanced pose on the other side now. Root down through that front foot as you take a big step forward. Maybe you're balancing on toes or you've got that knee lifted like a little flamingo here. And then whenever you're ready, externally rotating that knee, finding your variation of tree. Maybe attempting to match what you had on the other side, but if that's not there, that's okay. This is your practice. Great job. All right, release your pose gently. Shake out that stabilizing ankle. And from here, you can either take a seat again, or we're gonna step out to a wide stance here. Maybe toes just so slightly pointed outward. Inhale, both arms up high. And on your exhale, we're gonna forward fold down. Now you can just hang here, ragdolling your head, letting it all kind of shake out, shake loose. You can take hands into each elbow just to stretch it down a little bit more. Or if you want, you can take your right hand to your left foot and start to twist open to the left side, reaching your left fingertips high. And then if you've been twisting, you can walk your hands over to the opposite side, right hand over the left foot, reaching your right fingertips, left fingertips high this time. Whichever one you didn't do before. And slowly bring both hands back to the middle. Start to heel toe your feet back to just hip distance apart. Slowly coming up just to a half lift. We want to give our bodies a second here to recalibrate. We've been hanging with our heads down for a while. Forward fold one more time. And then slow rise all the way up to your standing mountain pose. Rolling your shoulders back. Nice and strong, everything in line. Now from here, we're going to move into our final resting pose. So you have options here. You can stand here in mountain if that feels good to you, starting to let your gaze soften down. You can come down to the mat or the floor and take a little rest in Savasana or corpse pose, or you can just have a seat back in your chair, whatever feels best to you. Wherever you're at, we're just going to start to soften everything down. Maybe closing those eyes down again if that feels good to you, or letting them rest on something not very interesting. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Starting to notice your heart rate settling down. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. And imagine some relaxation just starting to flow down from the top of your head. Softening any lines between the eyes or around the eyes. Letting that relaxation flow down your cheekbones as you unhinge your jaw and release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax down your shoulders, your chest, soften your sacrum. Bring that inhale back to your belly. And on your exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Relax down your arms and your hands, your hips, your legs. Let any remaining tension wash down through your feet and out your toes. In these final few moments of stillness, I just want to read to you this quote. When your world moves too fast and you lose yourself in the chaos, introduce yourself to each color of sunset. Reacquaint yourself with the earth beneath your feet. Thank the air that surrounds you with every breath you take. Find yourself in the appreciation of life. Christy Ann Martine. Take as much time in these final moments as you need. Whenever you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes and slowly open your eyes, reorienting yourself to the world around you. Thank you all.